Hi, folks. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whenever you're watching this video. This is Doug from News and Views by Doug. So it's been right around 12 hours, close to, the attempted assassination of President Trump last night at the White House Correspondents' Dinner. And I'm sure many of you have seen all the videos. But this man, Tomas Allen, a 31-year-old male from Torrance, California. He is seen on video running past the Secret Service agents who, in the video, they don't look too vigilant. But you can see them pulling out their guns and firing at the guy, or at least pointing their guns at the guy. And he reportedly shot a uniformed Secret Service agent and shot him in the chest. But luckily, the officer was wearing a bulletproof vest and took the round to his chest. And they said he's doing okay. Now, supposedly, Allen had a shotgun, a pistol, and several knives on him. Now, they don't say how he was taken down. Apparently, he wasn't wounded, even though last night's reports suggested that he was killed, but he obviously wasn't. They stripped him down. They tried to find everything they could on him. But with all those Secret Service agents, how was he not shot? I don't understand. I actually used to be a part of the presidential support unit for President Reagan in Washington, D.C. And this was after his assassination attempt. And, you know, the Secret Service doesn't mess around, but yet this is now the second time that the president has had an incident. You know, the first time we had it in Pennsylvania, where he actually was shot. And had he not turned his head when he did, he wouldn't be with us. So this man, apparently he sent a manifesto to his family members right before it happened. He had taken the train from LA to Chicago, from Chicago to Washington, D.C. He had the weapons on him, you know, probably in bags so no one saw them. And he checked into the Washington Hilton on Friday, the day before the dinner. And he somehow made it down with no one seeing him with the weapons. And he rushed through the Secret Service checkpoint and was storming towards the dinner room where the Trump administration and the president and his wife were. And the man was stopped before he got into the dinner hall. And in all the videos you see, the president is immediately surrounded by Secret Service agents. And you see chaos. Shots can be heard in the videos. And at first, no one really knew what was going on. But again, how did this assailant not get shot? How was he able to shoot a Secret Service officer and not get shot? So they're going to find out a lot of things. He apparently in his manifesto and apparently on his website, he was very much anti-Trump and anti-Christian, from what we're being told. The FBI went to his house in Torrance, California, and did a search. So this man was a teacher of some type of school. It didn't seem to be your typical public school. And they're all toting that he was teacher of the month back in 24 or some year. But I mean, teacher of the month. So He apparently has a master's degree in not only teaching, but also he was a software designer where he made video games. So they're going to, dive deeper into his background and find out what he was all about. But since I've been alive, and I'm 63, we had President Kennedy shot and killed. We had President Reagan that was shot and wounded. There was an attempt on Gerald Ford's life when he was president. There was reportedly several attempts on President Obama, and the Secret Service were able to get to those people before they did anything. And now we have President Trump. 3 times now. And they have all 3 of the assassins in custody. And it's just, I personally don't want to see any of our presidents killed, regardless of their party or their beliefs. These are presidents of the United States, the greatest country in the world. We represent the greatest things in the world. So, we're going to find out more about this guy. And luckily, the Secret Service agent, uniform officer, he's okay. Bulletproof vest saved him. And luckily, nobody else was injured. But how did he, if you look at the Secret Service agents, that first video, and I don't understand how the video is so bad. With today's technology, why isn't that a clear video? But they can be seen just kind of standing around and looking around, but not really paying attention to things. And this guy, he is fast. He just bolts right past them. And then they pull out their guns, and you can't see if they're firing or not because the video is so bad. But they got him, which is the important thing, and we'll find out more. So anyways, that's the update from last night that I gave. Again, wow. So this is my opinion. What's yours?